Looks like I'm live. You know, it's crazy to think it's been 2 patches since we had our actual last Sonic Chronicle. I honestly thought we had one in patch 3 because I had prepared some text to use as reference, but I realized we did not do a Sonic Chronicle at all after that other patch, which I guess because last patch we had a Archon quest where basically Columbina is gone for the whole entire patch, so we didn't get any Sonic Chronicles last patch. So now we out here on Genshin Impact. What's up, everybody? My name is Cracktick, and I welcome back to some Genshin Impact. We got just Sonic Chronicles, some artifacts we can do. Something insane happened. I was gonna make a community post about it, but I decided I'm gonna wait till this stream to do it. We got the constellation thing that from the free cons event. I'm not gonna try to remember. It was a temper thyself or something like that it was called, but that event. Anyways, we're getting closer and closer to the second half, and there's some things I want to say, but notably, I said in a community post I plan to try for Zibai on my second account, but I've been thinking about getting on my main account every now and then. I keep thinking I don't see a reason why I shouldn't get on my main account. The only problem would be sharing Columbina, which is something I don't want to do. But my opinion may change. It just kind of depends on the stuff that I see on this character. But I don't know if people will actually test it in the way that I'm hoping that they do. Because if I get it, I know what I'm going to test it for. But yeah. I need to confirm some things that I don't remember or need to see. So there is some important things to mention. Anyways, another thing to mention. This SELENIC Chronicles is the third part of this patch, because we already did the other two in the other streams. One being the Archon quest. We did it on the was it on the Wednesday that I did it on? I didn't do the whole Archon quest all at once. I could have done that, but the stream was still getting too long, so I couldn't do that regardless. But now we out here. Sonic Chronicles has here today, and Imagine Theater is coming up this weekend on Sunday, so we got a stream of that. Now, even though I could probably wait till later to talk about it, because there is something else I need to talk about, because this banner is ending soon. Next week, second half is going to start, and I'm pretty sure right when second half starts, we are also going to get the pretty sure we're going to get obviously a surprise banner, but we're gonna get Lancerite probably the exact same weekend, so it's gonna be immediately on Friday. But Friday I still don't know. I'm still on the fence, because the weekend upcoming right now, I know what I plan to do. I don't think Lancer is going to be this week, but next weekend we have a very important stream for something I want to do on Blue Archive first. So I might actually push Lancer for this. I don't know if I want to do that though. So I'm thinking about that for next week. I might actually push Lancer for this. I don't know if I want. Alright, my quality's sounding good. Let's go over here. Right now we're doing pretty good on polls. I'm still on the fence about what I want to do, because rumor has it that there's something next patch that I may want to try the weapon banner for. So my opinion may change, but that's why I'm going to try for Zibai on my second account. I didn't think I was going to do that. I thought I was going to probably try Varka on my second account. But I'm probably going to try Zibai on my second account, see if I get her. And if I do, well then we're good. But if I don't get Zabai sometime throughout the second half, all the way to the end. If I don't get her, then I guess I'm just gonna have to give up. There's just not much to say about it. That would mean my playthrough on my second account is just gonna end there. Cause I'm not gonna just keep playing the game when I know for a fact next patch is the last patch of PS4. That being said,
thank you
just a mention. So I've already done reset for, of course, the weekly reset stuff. I decided to do something that I didn't think I'd do, but backpedaling back to what I talked about just a moment ago, I got an artifact that is very concerning. I want to talk about it. I was gonna make a community post about it, but it's just too good to be a community post. It's artifact clip worthy. It's like the Pyro Goblet to Durin that I had not talked about that I could have put into there. I got a very, very good piece for first time actually ever in 5 years almost. Is kind of scary. Really cool, but it's on the set that NF was on, which is a problem that I'm facing, because I don't want to spoil the piece, but it's on Candace right there. So now that you see it's a goblet, I'm gonna try my best not to spoil that piece. That piece is very special. I will have that for the Genshin clips that I'm gonna start making next month. I don't know when I'll start making time for that. I could do things in between, but it probably will be after, actually, I don't know if I should say after, no. That depends. It depends on Blue Archive right now. I can't really see it here for Genshin. Genshin's next patch is definitely going to be a slow patch after Latroit. It just always is. So it's going to be a depressing final patch for PS4 regardless. But I digress. Whoops, I did not mean to hit that. Outside of that, I did something earlier today I didn't want to do, but I just kind of felt like doing it. Changed the Pyro Traveler's build a little bit, and then I decided to just give him the better pieces. I don't think I'm putting my weak on the support set anymore. So I just gave him a pretty damn good build with this on. I wish he was C4 so that the ER is still pretty good, but I decided to just give him a good build. So I did that because honestly in the future when it comes to doing stuff in Imaginative Theater, I want him to just be more, you know, equipped, and I haven't raised this weapon. I literally just raised it to 90 earlier today from 20 or something I had it at. The vent weapon is really good on it. It just gives him some free low attack. It sounds like it'd be good on official low-key, to be honest, even if you wanted to use the ER or not. But outside of that, oh yeah, I got 2 Dream Solvents, but I haven't decided to raise this. I'll think of raising this first, which I guess I could do. I probably want to wait till next week, but I could do it on stream. Why not? It doesn't really matter. I want to focus this character after all. But I haven't gotten really lucky with this set right now. I thought about bringing this to 9 so I could at least have it at 9 and then focus the skill, because skill is just damage based off of HP and all that, but I don't really care about improving her damage. I do want to improve her damage though. It's just I don't think about it as much right now because I just want to make Anifa do more damage and Flames do more damage and whatnot through this. The number is small per, but it's a mighty number. Probably not going to do that this time though. I thought about it. I do think I'm going to bring this to 8 first. Like I said, if I get 2 gemstones, I'll probably do that. I won't be able to get it there, huh? I can only make 8 more. That's not good. For what I can tell, I think I do have enough to crown 1 talent with the amount that I can craft, actually. Now that I think about it. God damn it. That's fine, that's fine. It's still 29. I need at least 28. So now I have enough to crown 1 talent, at the very least. As for the other, I might have to actually work for it. Which I'll have a chance to do it during the second half, but I don't know if I want to do that. Kinda on the fence about it. Anyways, let's talk about something that have actually changed since I started farming in Stygian. There's something that did change. Not too much, but a little bit. For Nifa, I did get some pieces. Not the sands, but we did get a double crit sand from farming a domain though, but it's not that good. I also got this piece the other day, I think in the same day, and I got this flower, which I think the flower is still the same, but I got this one the other day. I thought about rerolling this, but then I realized to myself, and if it's probably going to prefer EM subsets rather than attack subsets. I mean, if I had to pick one, just because even though she'll get more EM from another set, there's only but so many ways I can improve her. I guess she wants attack and EM, so it doesn't really matter which one I start with. I just think EM would actually help her more than doing attack at the moment. Maybe that'll change. I just know attack always going to matter more on this set compared to the other set I had her on. But maybe I'm wrong, and it'll just be EM again. That's why I've been unsure about what I want to do with the Sanctifying Elixirs. With Imagine Theater coming up, I know I'm about to get another 2, Sanctifying Elixirs that I don't know what to do with. Kind of a problem that I just don't know how to deal with. Because, like, on one hand, I can accept it and wait, but at the same time, brother, I don't know, man. I don't know. We got 5 Sanctifying Elixirs next to those Dust of Enlightenment. Oh, we got this today.
Installation chamber.
That's cool. I also exceeded 10,000 on this now, which is cool. I used a chunk of that earlier for the weapon on Oron. I don't know why I felt like doing that, but I wanted to. Anything else changed for this set? I don't think so. I don't think I got a single circlet since farming it, unless this was it. I guess it may have been this. I don't remember if I got that on stream or not. I know the sands flower and feather, and then the goblet I got within the same day. Pretty sure. The goblet was a fucking game changer. This piece rolled terribly, and I got... It didn't roll terribly, but it's just not good enough for me to put on it. I don't think it's going to beat this piece for a while. Oh yeah, we got the other Dust of Enlightenment, so now I can, like, guarantee 3 crit rolls if I want to reroll a piece, but I haven't felt like using the Dust of Enlightenment yet. Because I feel like if I'm going to use it, it's going to probably be when I'm farming this set. And if it's not, then I can use like 3 guaranteed crit roll on like something specific. Like, I want to say a goblet, but every time I check goblets, I don't find a piece I really want to reroll. I checked a lot of them, and the only pieces that come to mind that I want to reroll are like Nuvat circlets or rerolling the sands on my Ressa, but I kind of want to make a new one still if I'm going to decide to do another reroll for her, because she's already taken the circlet as a reroll, and I believe... Okay, I don't think I actually did anything else but the circlet when I rerolled for her. I crafted so many damn sands for this character though, that it kind of irks me to want to try that. Was there something for circle I wanted to reroll? I think there was, but I don't remember. I think it was me wanting to craft a new circlet. I know I need to do that. I mean, that could be an improvement somewhere, but I'm not gonna try for that. Some pieces I really need to make new pieces for, but a lot of the ones I want to reroll, I realize it's not as much as I thought that I really want to do. A lot of them are fire feathers. Like, this one just pisses me off, but I think it might be better to just get a new one than reroll that. Because 3-line start pieces that only give us like 3 chances to get crit rolls, or 4 chances total. I'd rather not waste the Dust of Enlightenment for that. I've been thinking about doing this on stream today, using the Dust of Enlightenment, but I just don't really have much. Anyway, the free cons event, we got C2 Mona. I decided to wait till now to grab it, so there's that. I could have waited till now to actually grab the constellation, but I just didn't feel like doing it. I probably should. I could have recorded it, but actually, did I record it? I don't know if I recorded it. Okay. This makes her a decent bit better as a support, because then she can give EM to the team in a Hex for a Resonance team, which is really cool. I don't remember if this is specific to Hex or Resonance though, it doesn't specify. I think just because I've done Witch's Notes for Constellation fans, I think that's how this works. Yeah. Huh. Kind of nice how it does mention the lunar reactions there, even though her ceiling is still bugged. But it looks better in a way. C2 makes her do a coordinated charge attack during her normal attack string, which is a big deal for her C4? Or is it C5? I forget. Oh, I know it's a big deal for her C6. I think it was it just this one? Okay, no, it is just the C2 with it. Okay, never mind. I read that wrong. So it was just C2. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna mess around with this on this account. Just like my second account getting C1 on beta, I'm going to have to revisit that. I'll save that for the stream I do on my second account when I decide to do that. But for her, she's aight. Next Imaginary Theater, I'll probably get a chance to see if that C2 really helps anything, but I don't know if I can really check stats in there, so probably won't even matter from what I'm saying on that. Anyways, I'm still thinking, if there was a piece I wanted to reroll right now, who would actually get that improvement and why? It just really is up in the air. I know one thing though. When I eventually get to like the 4 guarantee crit roll again, because we're gonna be able to go all the way to the second max of this hollow. I kind of call it Genesis, but that's not what it's called. Exorcist, I think it's called. But anyways, the advanced reshape. We're gonna be able to get here if I decide to do these reshapes right now. That's why I've been on the fence about whether I want to use them. But I know when I get to decreed reshape, because I know we can get Blue Dust Enlightenment next patch if I can do Stygian and Fearless again, right? So far it's been consistent. So I won't be able to reach here for a while. Sadly not on PS4, but when I do get there, I'm probably going to end up deciding to reroll a piece that I really want to improve a specific character. Albeit happen to be one of those characters. Even though she isn't the greatest, but I still really like playing her, so thought about doing that. But Circlets is still one I'm tempted to reroll still, because anything is better than what he has currently. Especially the other one I could probably try. When it comes to goblets, I just don't have anything I want to reroll, and it's kind of a shame because like every time I think I might use it, I just don't. It's kind of shameful. It's kind of shameful every time I think about it. You know what's also shameful? I still have not gotten a good set for this guy yet. I haven't even gotten a usable one yet. My second account at least has a set on him. It's not the greatest, but it's still a set on him. But I haven't gotten like any pieces yet that's double crit that's great other than like this piece. So I think I got that on stream from the domain. I haven't gotten that for Stygian. I got that from the domain. I think I had crafted a crit rate circle on my second account and then also got a good crit damage circle on my second account from the Rising Wind set. But yeah, still not really much of anything. Goblets, all of them are just whatever. So yeah, Darren still doesn't have a set yet, which sucks. I'm not willing to lower my standards too much for him because he needs specific stats. Because of that, I have to like be more apprehensive about how I build him. Whereas an if I could start out a lot lower because the 4-piece set is just too worth it, to be honest. And that's why I've been able to build her out slowly. It just sucks that while her pieces aren't the greatest, her build still looks nice at the end of the day. Her build still looks nice. I still have to get a build like this. Basically, it's around the same strength as the build I had on Silk and Moon Serenade, but in Serenade I had more EM than this. So that's the difference. With a set like this, that's actually providing damage, so. But the difference is, Serenade only gave 2-piece ER instead of 2-piece EM. This set is giving 2-piece EM, which is a part of the reason why I went Attack Goblet. But, yeah. I think that's everything I want to say here for now, but I may still come back to this when we go to Stygian because we need to go farm there still. I think Outbreak period is about to end after this week. I'm pretty sure. So, need to go do that. But I didn't have any pieces. There's still pieces I could think of rerolling if I really wanted to, like this piece, but I don't want to reroll flowers and feathers right now. Like Skirk needs a new flower, I'd rather not reroll it. Flames could use a new feather, I'd rather not reroll his. It has a circlet on that I want to reroll badly, and then he has another circlet that has an extra crit roll that if it rolls well enough, it could be really good for New Blood in its own way. It's just, it depends. It really depends if I really want to do that. Every other character has something I'd rather replace rather than reroll. Or it's just the piece isn't worth rerolling enough to do the reroll. I guess that's how I feel right now. Because I've been like contemplating this earlier today. And I was really stuck on what pieces I wanted to actually change on certain characters if I really wanted to. Even Scottfade has pieces where I'd rather have a new piece for a flower. And rerolling this didn't really feel worth it because 3-line start. And then Cryo Goblets. I don't have a great one, even though I got a 4 crit roll one already. So rerolling one, I don't care about that. This is also 3-line start with ER, and that's just good enough for me. I'd rather not take away the ER. That feels pointless. So it puts me on the fence because there's like a piece like this that I had crafted that could be better. But that gonna be better than what I have on Skirk? It would have to roll the same but give me another crit damage or something. Like that's like something so specific, which is why I haven't decided to do that yet. Or decide to do that one in general because I just don't know how else to really reroll. Most pieces don't feel worth rerolling. It honestly sucks because like if I had certain characters I could see myself rerolling this, but nope. There is this piece that could be rerolled, but I just don't want to. I find myself contemplating this a lot. It really sucks. I did not think I would not have pieces I want to reroll from the goblets, and it's really surprising. Like, there's only like very notably specific ones, like Mawika's goblet. I wouldn't mind rerolling because that was one I wanted to reroll, or the flower I rerolled like a couple times during Natlan Pass before we went to Notcry, which was the flower that kept rerolling. It's the way it started before it turned into this. It was better the way it was because the attack percent was just better. Having that ER always feels wasted, so it pisses me off looking at it. Sometimes I think it'd just be better to have a new piece. But what this one finally starts, it was. That's why I kept re-rolling it. Man, that's frustrating. Yeah, I don't really care about what her build looks like. Her build is just working for bursting. Yep. I don't really care. There is, I guess the ER Sands on the Bless that I would want to reroll. But I already have this. Because of that, I'm not really pressured to do this. Even though this is 4-line starter, this could have been better. But I don't care about that. It's good enough. So, yeah, I find myself contemplating. It's like, there's a lot of niche pieces I could reroll for certain characters. Like, who tells Sans that's an off piece I could do, but I don't really play this character as much, so I'd rather not do it. Moik I still play occasionally, so I could do the goblet for her, but I just don't really care about opting Moika to be stronger when she's strong enough. But I just wanted the build to look better, because yeah, I'm not saying he's my favorite character or anything, but I liked how I was able to get his signature weapon the shortest amount of pulls I think I've ever gotten a C0R1. He still holds that record. I got him C0R1 in under 50 pulls. It was kind of crazy. So, I think it was under 50. I probably was wrong. I'm probably wrong. But it was a pretty short amount of pulls I had used and had at that time too. So, yeah, it's just very specific pieces that obviously you want to have specific pieces to reroll. The one that Nova has on is perfect stats. If it rolls on to credit, probably be better. But then I'm under 120 ER, which is one of my biggest gripes with why I haven't done it yet. I realize I'm gonna need ER somewhere else, which I don't have, which again, making me realize there's no point in doing that circlet anytime soon. God, I should have thought about that earlier today. Damn. Nah. Most of the electives I don't use. If it's that Ressa, Flynn's, and if official, I'm probably not using them other than maybe Yonson. Yeah, Yonson. I forgot about Yonson. Oron, I opted him just for him to be better because I want to use him more. I might use him more in the future if I get a C4, but he's not C4. I wanted Sethos cons, but the game said no, so he's still C0 or C2, but he's like, yeah. Anyways, still need to build her. Heard her voice is getting changed, has changed past the voice actor, so assuming she'd probably Lance, right? Safe to say that. I did opt Razor. He should be at least a fine option in Imaginative Theater if I have to use him. Do I even have Common Grow? Wow, I actually have a C3 Goro. When did this happen? Whatever. If I were to decide to go for Zabai, I could get a C6, but I don't really like Goro's kid. Dahlia. Here's a character I still want to build. There's still characters that I still want to build. I still haven't interacted with Lunar Crystals on my other geos to see what it's like, but some people said it's fun with Ningguang, but she still feels weak, so not surprised. People say Noelle got an overhaul again, so I kind of been curious about that. I've been waiting until I crown Columbina before I do that type of testing though. Is there anything else to be said? I think we can move on. Because I agonized through goblets. Denjo isn't worth doing at all. Hydro isn't worth doing at all. None of them are not really worth rerolling for me. Electro has this, but is getting 4 crit rolls better than having this? That is the problem for Vressa. If I get like all crit rolls, it might have to be specifically an extra crit damage roll. If it's crit rate, it's going to be worse than what I have on. So I don't even know if I want to do it. It had to be a specific roll, man. But I like the attack percent, so Vressa is one of the ones where I need a specific type of roll. She also air attack things. Again, I need a new one. Skirk needs a new flower. She could use a new onset sim, but I don't care about that either. But yeah. Hydro Goblets, I don't have any I want to reroll. Dendro Goblets definitely has none. Pyro has just Moika. And then maybe this one I want to reroll just because it has perfect stats. Then I could do this, but I'm not going to. So I think that's it. Oh wait, no, there's this. Okay, so 3 Pyro Goblets I could reroll, but they're like low priority. In order, Moika's Goblet would go first if I'm rerolling any of these Pyro Goblets. And then I'll do this one, and then I'll do that one, because only Pyro's are going to want that. So, ends up just being a nothing breaker again. But I guess Pyro has some. Cryo! Problem with Cryo is probably just the one piece. Yeah, I'm not saying the anime. It's just, I could reroll this, and this could be like a better piece for Ganyu or something, but then Ganyu's at this. If I were to get 5 rolls on this piece, that'd be the only way I can upgrade Skirk's piece, but it would still have to roll a specific way. So, like, it's the only piece that I could functionally reroll for her. And that's the thing that sucks about that. I hate that. But it's just something to mention. So, Nemo only has the piece that this guy has on, actually. The piece that he has on is the only one that's worth rerolling from Animo. I don't really care about rerolling Animo Goblets. They're good enough. So, Animo, Cryo, Denjo, Hydro. All don't really have something I want to reroll right now for the Goblets. And then Electro and Pyro have some. But Electro, I think, only having one that I want to reroll. Yeah, Electro is just like the only one I'm willing to reroll for like all crit if I want to get all crit somehow. And it'd be really cool if I get it, but I really like how Vressa's build looks, so I don't know if I want to do that. It would have to depend on how it rolls. So, yeah. This is the biggest problem. Alright, I forgot to mention Geo. Geo I have 1 goblet. That wouldn't be bad to reroll. 2. And I think 3. Not really that one. It'd probably be 3 to a lesser extent, but they're both the same. So yeah, just 3 geo goblets. I wouldn't mind rerolling. I would say this one, but it just no, it doesn't really matter. This one is probably the only one I want to reroll the most, so it doesn't matter. And it's not even 4-lane start, and that's the sad part, but it's just the stats are so good for Navia. Without it, I guess it'd be like something else. I don't know. So, again, goblets don't seem that desirable to reroll. Sands is an even harder tale because, like, the only sands I'm willing to reroll are attack sands. All the HP sands don't really feel worth it. All of them don't feel worth it to reroll. All of them would require replacements for HP, ER, and whatnot. I'd rather get just more pieces of those rather than, I guess, rerolling them. And then EM Sands, I don't really feel a desire to do, but I do have an EM Sands on Silken Moon that would be nice to reroll. So again, if it's not Elemental Goblin, I'm not going to do a reroll, because most of them I need new pieces for. It's just how it is right now. That's why I'm pretty grateful to this piece that Flint's has on. It rolled exactly how I wanted the sands to roll. Man. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, this is such a dilemma. I was talking to my friends in Discord about it. I was like, the pieces that I could craft, but I'm iffy about what I want to craft. The only thing I can think about is just the character I'm currently building, rather than older characters. Because the only older character I would actually want to craft a piece for might be just for Essa again, because most of them I don't want to do it for. I could do for Skirka. I don't want to go back to her domain to farm it, but I don't know if I'm going to get something better than what I have on her. I'd have to RNG double crit attack percent if I really want to improve her. I don't know if I want to go for that. I could do it, but I don't know if I want to go for that. The Navia, I need the strong bucks. I'd rather strong bucks. And then every other character, I feel like I have to go back to their domain to farm. Like Flynn's, I have to go back to the other side. If I'm going to really improve them, I don't want to do anything different. Nuva, I need to craft a flower with double crit ER if I want to improve him. If I really want to reroll the circlet. Which is really, really specific, bro. Because I'm going to need something like this. Which, this is the only other thing I'd be willing to reroll right now. This one. This would be the only way I can improve New Blood. I don't want to reroll this right now. It's probably that doesn't have a star. Put a star on it. And that's kind of my dilemma right now. Part of me would rather just get a new flower, reroll the circle, and then use an off-piece sins just in case it rolls a certain way. Because very likely it's going to roll a certain way. Which is my biggest worry with rolling circlet, but since it's double crit instead of like the usual circlet having crit on it, it's a bit different. Suppose it won't be even too bad to get a reroll, but it's just going to be hard to get that one that I want. That's why I'm kind of iffy about rerolling Nuvlet right now, because I don't even use them that much, but I do use them occasionally. This actually sucks. Every time I think about it, now I'm doing it now on stream and I'm still thinking about it. It's just like, I'm contemplating, is there really anything? Am I going to start hoarding this and I'm going to end up really feeling frustrated when I decide to just use it on existing build, like I did for Skirk when I crafted her a goblet just for her to get a better one when I found the domain 2 days later. I was so angry about that. And it's just better for her. I hate that. I don't want to make that mistake again. That's why I'm so iffy about crafting for the new characters right now. Or, calling it a new character, but even Niffa. I don't want to craft it for this new set that I'm farming. It makes me very iffy. Right now, nothing else comes to mind. So I'm hoping my opinion changes of what I want. Because obviously most things require just a new piece to replace. And then I'll think about rerolls again after that. It's just a shame though. I honestly thought this was not a problem. If I'm going to craft the sands for Veressa just for a meager upgrade, I don't feel like doing that when I could just craft the sands for Niffa. And if it gets double crit EM, then she's bowling. But I just don't know. Good morning. Alright, let's move on for now. For me, it is nighttime. Bye. Alright. Okay. I yapped for like a good while. Now we're finally doing this part of the stream.
Absorption test.
Be silent. Observe. Night falls.
I wonder if I'll get any pieces today. From the Rising Wind set. I'm willing to bet I'm not going to get anything for that set again. I got like several new pieces from the other set. From the set I'm currently trying to farm, but I wish I got better ones from Rising Winds. Hello.
Night falls.
I'm playing Enfield so much. Oh, great. Crit flower. Bruh. Phil Forline started to try that, but what is this? Oh my god, brother. Okay. Okay. That is potential. Very much potential. PCR has honor, it has double crit EM. But it could be an upgrade. That's a piece. That's a piece. I wish it went in the EM, but that is a piece. It's still more EM than the other piece. It's more crit rate than the other piece. It's less crit damage than the other piece, though. But it has the R, so it's something. Attack slightly went down. Yeah, it went down 30 just from that flat stat. That's interesting. Honestly, I'm still getting pieces for this set. It's kind of crazy. That was the second one, right? I don't know that was the first one. Haven't seen any videos on Arknight's Enfield yet. I don't know when I'll look at that.
Animal test 60.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, that was the second run. I'll go back and grab the other condensed that I can grab, just because then I can get the bonus one last time. Which will be nice, because I need to check, when does the outbreak period end? Does it end at the end of this week? Well, I get to see it when Magic Theater resets soon.
Be silent. Close your
What
eyes.
do you mean? What? Did I miss a crit? Wait. I didn't crit? That's interesting. Okay. On the bonus, I got a locked artifact. This set be damn, brother. Okay. Ooh, give me that. What the? Okay, I might have to roll that, actually. I think that's a roll piece, actually. As for this... Wow. Okay. Phil's Frontline Starter said this is a Columbina artifact. It definitely looks like a Columbina artifact, though. I can put Columbina on this set. Yeah. This DPS set when I'm in Lunar Crystallized teams. Since no one else is going to help provide anything unless I do, you know, a Nifa with Columbina. But, do I want to do both together? It probably look like a cluster. It doesn't look that bad. Okay, I think this is the first one from Stygian as a crit damage cycle, because the other one we got from the domain. I'm hoping for the best here. HP is a good stat. Okay, this is interesting. This would have to roll a specific way. This right here has to go in the crit rate or this may fail. Damn, I looked right at the flat attack stack just to see it do that. Damn. Okay. Hey, win some, you lose some, I suppose. You know what? I'm gonna do it like this first because I think it's important to do this first. Hey, it saved itself with the crit at the end. I'm still gonna keep it because it's a Columbina piece. Will I actually get to use it on her? It kinda depends. Losing that crit rate for this. HP is way too good. It getting crit there saved the piece, because if it missed crit, I'd probably have been tempted to get rid of it. Oh, I had gotten this before. Is this a 4-line start one? Okay, I'm about to say. Look kind of weird. I can unlock that then. Yeah, those pieces aren't really worth the reroll. Haven't got anything crazy for Sands. Man, 3 crit rate, that didn't even look like 3 crit rate rolls. Getting 11% on a crit rate roll is a bit on the lower end. Capricious could have been at most 14%. At the least is about this amount, I think. So it's something like that, which is unfortunate. I wonder if I'll have a piece I want to reroll in the future. It's a shame, honestly. Oh, I kept that piece slot. Is there a reason I kept that? Probably no reason to keep that now, is there? I have to keep my eyes peeled for an ER Sands on set, because if I do get an ER Sands on set, I might get it to Columbina, because she's not getting this weapon taken off of her. I thought I would want to get some weapons for characters in this game, but after a while, I just never really felt like I needed to do that. But next patch might change my mind. This is assuming I don't decide to get July or not, though, because thought about changing it up. Am I reading that correctly? Hello? Yeah. It's just a pretty chill day doing all this. Nothing really much going on. Even though the thumbnail I use for this stream is very specific, because there's not really much meaning behind it. Got Sonic Chronicles, but it's the third one that we're doing now.
The rain has stopped.
Thought I cleared that. Alright, now let's get one more bonus from Stygian. Oh, Outbreak ends on Friday. Okay. I thought I would be able to last the whole weekend. I guess not. It's either Friday or Saturday that ends. Okay. Soon I'm gonna go back to normal grind. Well, I'll check that later. No, I'll check that later. Can you see my Columbia? Why me specifically?
Use of force authorized.
Absorption test.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Fear the dark.
All right. Damn. If it was HP or attack percent, I'd probably been more excited seeing that. Actually, if it was either of those, it probably would have been luck, so that's on me. Maybe? Actually, I'm very unsure if I want to do that one. I have really good ones that are just feeling start like that. Well, that's the only thing you can get. What's up, homie? Haven't missed much. Freaking yapped in the beginning, talking about stuff. So, I'm just now about to finish that artifact grind portion.
Stand clear.
Be silent. Observe.
You can even call it. Got some good stuff today.
Dust.
Talked about a really good artifact that I've gotten that I didn't make a community post of because it happened yesterday, I think it was. Okay, fine. Still nothing from the other set though. This is like the first time I've experienced this in a long time, where I'm just not getting anything for the other set. I do want the other set. The funny part is, it's for the set I'm less caring about. I'm getting the piece I want for the set I'm trying to farm, but it makes me worried when I end up going a full week of like nothing but the other set when I could have gotten something of an upgrade for Nifa. I don't know. I don't know. There are really 4 people watching. I guess it is what it is. It usually doesn't happen with Genshin because there's nothing really going on. But, still nothing for the Sands. Wait, why is the other set showing on Nifa? Have I always had it like that? I think I know why, but... So you're probably never going to go back to that set. The next time I farm Stygian is going to be the last time I'll be able to, because getting condensed per day takes a lot longer now. So... I haven't gotten another feather from this set yet. I've gotten a lot of flowers, which is very funny, because my best artifact type that I get the best pieces for is usually the feather. This time around we've gotten 4 double crit flowers, if I count the other sun, or if I count the domain, I mean. But yeah, damn, I really wish that went into EM. This piece could have been so much better, but so much better is kind of like iffy. I still don't know what I'm gonna do with those Dust of Enlightenment. That was what I've been contemplating at the beginning of the stream. I contemplated about it earlier today before starting the stream. I wanted to figure out who I would have wanted to put this on, but the easiest use of Dust of Enlightenment or the Sanctifying Elixir would just be the new character that I pulled for, the character I'm currently farming for. I can't think of anyone else I want to give it to, since I'm about to get 2 more Sanctifying Elixirs on by Sunday, because that's coming up. I'm in a weird situation right now. I just don't know what I want to do. I'm still thinking about using it. I was thinking about using it in this stream, and I still don't know what I want to use it for. It's very strange. Usually I would know by now who I would have wanted to use it for. But other characters mostly want a new piece, or I need another artifact before I can even think about rerolling them when I have, like Nuvant. For Essa, I want to get a new Sans before I decide to reroll, because I'm not doing that again. But I've crafted like 5 different Sans for her, and they all haven't rolled very well, except for the one rerolling Sans that she has on. Skirk needs a new flower, even though if I were to reroll the one I have, it would need to 5-roll for me to really want to, you know, do a reroll. At that point, I just want a new piece. It'd be easier to actually have an upgrade on her than trying to go for that very specific stat bonus. Then there's Moika, where I could improve her goblet, because it's like the only thing I could do outside of like the flower that I used 3 Dustman Lightman on, I think. 3 or 4. Since Stygian released. I rerolled the flower like 4 times. It didn't roll in a way I was just, like, I actually liked it. And when I thought about other elements, what I would have wanted upgrade for, it was just goblets that I don't want to reroll, sands that I don't want to reroll, because a lot of the off-piece potentials are just so good that I don't really want to reroll it. Such a weird situation that my account has. I'm sure other people don't have this problem though, because like usually you're struggling a lot more to get good artifacts, but that's why it's easier for me to do it for newer characters I'm currently farming for. I'm thinking I could do something for Durin. I'm wondering. I'm starting to think about it, because like the set that I'm farming for isn't giving me any pieces for this set. For the set that I'm trying to get for him, I can't get any pieces for him. He has a feather and a flower he could use, but it's not a great one. But still something. It just sucks that the type of artifact I need is going to be very specific. Not because I want to min-max him, but like, you do want ER on Durin. You want a decent amount of ER on Durin. So improving him is going to be kind of annoying. Because like playing him on a new build is going to feel annoying when I try to play him with someone like Vressa, for example. This is why I've just been sitting here contemplating it. I didn't think I'd end up doing this on stream again, but it really sucks. I just wish I knew who I wanted to give it to. Columbina is a choice. If I'm still farming for, Flame's another choice. But I just don't know. Here, I would have thought I would have wanted a goblet to make with the Sanctifying Elixir, since I have like 5 of them and I'm about to get 2 more. I just don't know what to use it for. I thought I'd want to prove somebody. So many characters. My account's almost 5 years old, so yeah. Would have had more kids if I didn't pull in so many banners, but they have 0 5-star characters. Interesting. Yes, it's not that interesting. I guess it is what it is. Newer accounts have a lot more access to primos though, like a lot of primos. It's just quite a trek of grinding, but it's definitely worthwhile once you do it all. There's a lot in the world now. But yeah, I saw a character I want to, but I just never got around to it. But then, here we are. I've just been sitting here contemplating what to do with an item that I'm trying to use for one of my characters, or some of them, or something, but part of me wants to use something, but I just also don't know what I want to use it on. I find that so frustrating. I did not think I'd feel like that. I am thinking of what pieces to craft, but I still know I'm going to keep farming the domain, so I still don't know if I want to craft anything. With me having close to an advanced reshape, there was a time I was thinking about what I would have wanted to do when I hit that mark, and everything made me want to try to reroll the flower that has an off piece for Nova, so I can get rid of the off piece I have. But now I don't even care about replacing the off piece, but the off piece still had potential. Just because I wanted to improve this guy just a little bit. Now I don't know if I want to do that. I don't use him as much, but it would be nice. Then there's her. I could guarantee an upgrade on. I could definitely guarantee an upgrade on. I just don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to. But I could guarantee an upgrade on there. Then her sands, but there's just, nah, I don't know about that. I think the problem I'm realizing is just most of the reasons why I don't want to freaking reroll anything, and most of them are 3-line certain. All of them have 4 rolls into the stat I'm trying to get, and they could be better or could look better, but I'd rather just get a new artifact and have a better chance of rerolling that. Are that the same for the sand? No, I don't. Was it the same for the sands for other characters? I guess it was for her too. Yeah, it was. Ilvlet's is a 3-line starter circlet, but he has a 4-line one I could upgrade. But it had to roll a certain way, and that's why I've been contemplating it. But I do want to improve him. All the Dendros I don't care about improving, because they want something so specific that I don't really care about, and I don't play them as much. Then there's Durin that needs a new set. Wika that I think I'm only willing to reroll the Goblin. Huta can reroll her sands, but I don't want to do that. I don't play her as much, and it's fine enough. Then there's Flynn's that I want to get a better feather for, so I'd rather replace the feather than just reroll the one I have. Yeah, this just kind of sucks. Every time I think about it, it's never thought I'd feel like this. No matter what I do, everything is I want to replace this or that. That is so strange. Usually I'd be able to figure this out by now. It's honestly a shame. Now it can be solved by strongboxing, so save that for strongboxing. Garrick I could still craft an artifact for, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm thinking I craft something today, but I'm kind of on the fence what that piece should be. Could improve the circlet, or I could craft an attack sands onset. Getting attack sands onset doesn't sound like a bad deal, but I kind of like the way my Anifa build currently is. I need a specific sands to upgrade that, because I just don't see myself replacing that. Then crafting a new feather sounds like a good idea until I realize it isn't, because I'm still farming the sets, so it feels like a waste of my resources to do so, even if it ends up being correct. I'd rather not go on the what if trend with that. Then there's the Silken Moon set that I want to improve Columbina on, because even though her build is fine, there's this piece I tried to reroll that I could upgrade. It's probably the only piece I'm willing to reroll in here. It sucks because if I was still keeping a NIF on this set, I would have already rerolled this by now. I want to reroll that for her. Since Columbina wants a lot of ER, I can't use this piece on her, which upsets me. I could make a better ER Sands, which I keep debating on, but it doesn't sound right to me every time I think about doing it. Not because of what I could achieve if it actually was an improvement, it's just the HP percent with crit rate is why I don't want to do it. Yeah, that's not getting replaced. I crafted this circlet before Columbina released. I'd rather not reroll it. It needs to be a new one if I were to do that. So, and I plan to go back to the Silken Moon set after I farm enough of this set. I don't intend to stay in it forever because it's not perfect for a lot of characters. I only want it for Nifa and Columbina for the Morningstar set. Then the other set, I don't even know if I'm going to get more Hexora units. I only want it for Venti and Durn, which is going to take me probably longer to build at this rate, but I do want to improve him over this and give that set to somebody else. But Durn goes first, so I have to build him, but replacing this set is so difficult because my build is so freaking good on it. Yeah, I know he still does more damage on that set. It just sucks that I have a really, really to say. I don't know what to do. I have to be stingy with this set out the gate because he needs certain stats just to feel good to play. I'd rather not try to start minuscule with him. He needs something specific. Double crit ER at the minimum. Or a good, stat coverage of crit and ER, which I thought about doing, but it's just hard to build him on. What do we have right now? This didn't roll very well. I could have, I mean, I guess I could try 16 on the Sands, but at that, but I still want ER on him. Oh, right, I had gotten this. Oh, that's fucked. I may need to hold on to that. It could be a reroll target. Then I don't think I got... I guess I did get something for the flower, but... I don't know. And I haven't gotten anything good for this yet. How long have I had that for? Did I get that? Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. I do like this, believe it or not. Except that this piece was pretty decent, but do this. It's not bad. It's not bad for sure. That's for sure. Damn it. How good is that for a healing bonus circlet? Because I do keep these occasionally. I guess I have to check somebody else for that. Where is she down here? No, she is. I forget she's 80. Oh, because I haven't done the trial for her yet in Imagine Theater. Forgot about that. Yeah, I do need to keep it. That has HP and ER though. Man. My biggest problem with this is that I didn't like go into crit with ER. But for some reason I can't bring myself to get rid of these healing bonus circlets easily. Kinda depends on what it gives. Not every one of them do I want to keep though, because like I don't like keeping this set. I just hold on to it, but I don't really have a reason to keep it. Probably should get rid of these though. Kept this one for a reason, but I need another one with like crit rate in ER. As an off-piece, I feel like I should keep it. And get rid of this one. Because I feel like ER is just more important. For now. That reminds me. Wasn't there some instructor piece I haven't tried yet? Oh. The piece is nice. I want to get a piece that goes all into EM on the flower. I've always wanted it for a long time, but now I'm just like, am I ever gonna get that? And even if I do I care if I get it? That is something to think about. I can't get rid of that yet. I have to find out if there's a character in the future that wants it. I don't know if I want that. I think that's still worse than this one. Yep. If it went into crit rate, I would have said this is like a good piece rather than being like, I mean, I could keep it, but I have pieces where I'd rather have stats with ER that has crit rate just for Feronius or something. It's not like I'm trying to do like a DPS build or something. Some characters like Ava is just holding on to it, but yeah. Really sucks. I'm just sitting here contemplating this. I'm definitely not trying to waste time on purpose or anything, but making sure I cover my bases. Cause I didn't really pay attention to this set farming Stygian because I didn't get any good pieces, mostly from farming it. It's gonna be tough improving this guy. He genuinely needs certain pieces, so crafting his pieces is gonna feel pretty bad if I try to do it. But it's the only thing I haven't tried yet. Like, I could craft him a circlet, which isn't a bad idea. It's just the problem with that is that crafting him a circlet, I probably would prefer to craft something for a Nifa, but crafting something for a Nifa, it would probably just be the sands. Circlet is fun enough, I'd rather just improve it. I can't craft the goblet like I originally thought I was going to. I just don't think I want to with the way her build is. I need a better feather still. But her build looks nice. So did that. I just don't know. I don't want to end up realizing what I want to do off stream, because that ends up happening a lot. Where I end up realizing, oh, this is what I might do. And then I have to wait till next stream before I can actually enact on that. If I remember, that is. And it really sucks when I do that, because I find myself just in a standstill, sitting here contemplating a lot. And I can tend to go hours doing this too, because then I end up figuring out something during that time. But I don't usually give myself time to do that. Obviously, I have some time before I have to go do something, so there's that. It just sucks. Every other character, if I wanted to improve their build, I don't really care about doing it as much, because they need something specific, so I'd rather replace without a bunch of pieces if I want to. Yeah, this really sucks. I want to craft something though. Do I gamble the sands? I don't see a point in gambling the circlet unless it just ends up being really good, but I don't know if I want to gamble that. The piece is fine. Could craft a feather, but that feels pointless when I'm still gonna farm the set. The sands, for that to be an upgrade, it'd probably have to be double crate M. I'm not taking it off easily. I really like the goblet, but if I were to get the goblet with an upgrade, I could. Find myself putting this piece on, which is very tempting. I just don't know if I want to waste 4 for a goblet though, for an attack sands no less. Yeah, it'd have to be something specific. But I could do it for Nefa though. It's very tempting. Goblet's like the only piece where I feel like it has a meaningful upgrade doing so. And obviously I can find myself off-piecing the feather if need be at that point. I guess that's something. Columbina, I want to actually replace the sands. I think the only thing I could get a meaningful upgrade on outside of rerolling the flower. If I reroll a flower, I have to reroll a feather flower for somebody else if I want to have a guaranteed crit roll for something else. Or maybe just hold on to it. I don't know. I just hate how much I just sit here contemplating it. It feels like there's something there I could actually do, and I just don't know. Part of me to think about trying a Sans for Varessa one last time, but I really hate doing it. It pisses me off when they roll bad. God, I rolled 5 of them. The only thing left is just a new set I don't have many pieces for. This really sucks. The only thing that resonates with me if I do a goblet, it's like the only thing I can think of doing. Did I hope I didn't spoil that piece up there. I think I didn't. I sure hope I didn't. Physical goblet in big 2025. Yeah, I'm good on that. The higher chance I might replace the circlet if I actually want to improve her build, actually. I'm starting to think about it now. Crafting another attack go, or not another attack go. I didn't craft one for Flynn's, did I? I think I had strong bucks, the one I have on Flynn's. The one I crafted was probably the Sands. Or I crafted the flower. The Sands I got from the domain. And I rerolled it with the decreed reshape. Yeah, maybe a Nifa. Part of me kind of wants to wait to do that, though. Don't know why. Whereas Columbina, I might actually just craft her something then. It's just a shame just seeing this. If only she didn't want ER as badly, then I could have put on a better piece for her. But I'd rather her have ER than not have it. So if I want to improve her, doing the Sands just feels like the thing that makes the most sense to me. I'm just very unsure if I can actually improve her build, really. Just knowing the type of artifact I need makes me anxious to do it. It really does. But at least those two are something I can get something from. Everything else is so specific. To a point that I hate it. I know for a fact the moment I go over there, it's gonna start. I really want to figure this out, man. I never thought I'd be in this situation. I always thought I have always something I want to reroll, and I could waste a reroll on it, but I don't see the point of wasting a reroll on it with these characters I'm currently farming.
Finally, the rain has stopped.
And then improving the same character I do play. I use Navi a lot, so getting her something would be better, but then it just ends up being nothing. And then here we are again, just looking at the screen again. I honestly am sorry about this. I just really want to do this on stream, and I still haven't figured this out. The day I'd use a reshape for a support, like not for DPS purposes, that's gonna be interesting. That's something to think about, though. Coaching a butcher, I'm not improving her. Most crows I don't care about. They're well built enough. Scoffy needs new pieces. I'm thinking about crafting another flower for Scarf, but I don't know if I want to do that. But part of me wants to do that still. So I might still do that. Yeah, there's a chance I might still do that. Yeah. It's like the easiest thing I know I could do. could do a sandwich for Vressa, but I just don't want to do that. Yeah, this is such a weird dilemma to be in. Let's see. Okay, I need to hurry up and go to my second account. It's because I just did that. I'm pretty sure the second account still has the Paramount's transform I haven't used yet. Like I said, obtain new winner Arcanum. It'd be cool to craft like an elemental goblet, but I don't really want to do that. It just sucks that because I'm still farming these sets, I'd rather not waste the sanctifying elixir on this set right now, because anything can happen. The only thing that's very unlikely to happen, or more or less likely, is probably the goblet, which is something worth checking. In this set, no, I have a really good office goblet, man. It's just a sands. I call them getting these newer pieces in some other areas when I think about it. I crafted Flynn's a flower, which is something I didn't think would actually get an upgrade for him. I'm wondering if I'll be able to pull that off again for Skirk, but I tried it once and it didn't go that way. But it's something to think about. And then I just don't want to think about that set right now. Yeah, I'm just anxious to do this. I'm really not ready to do this yet. But it's the easiest thing that I know I could craft for an upgrade. But man, crafting an attack goblet feels really bad in a way. In its own way. I don't want to do it. This really sucks. A part of me just doesn't want to do it. Obviously I could be able to craft a goblet and a sands since I can craft twice on this set, like after Imaginary Theater. But I still don't know if I want to do that. I genuinely need to see where my build takes me before I can make the decision. That's just the bottom line. I feel like I need to farm this set, both of these sets, for like the rest of the patch, and then come back and see if I still want to craft something or not. When I get better builds for a Nifl's build, that's when I'll be able to make a decision that's easier for me to figure that out. I think that's basically how I'm feeling. Whereas this is easier for me to make a decision on, because it's just HP sands. I can't replace the goblets on it, it's impossible to. Sands could get an upgrade. Just iffy about it, because I know I'm going to go back to the domain for it. Makes me very iffy to do it. To be frank. And who knows, in the next couple patches they'll end up putting more artifact sets in the Strongbox, and when that happens I'm probably not going to do this as often either. Like they did with Nighttime Whispers at Echoing Woods and the Obsidian Codex set. But yeah. It's literally the only thing I can think of doing. Everything else would be like such a specific, it would have to be such a specific piece. Even this is kind of iffy though, because I really like the build I have on Columbina right now. This piece would have to give HP, or it's gonna feel a decent bit worse if it doesn't give me enough current. That's the thing that's kind of like making me iffy about doing this. If only I had like more characters I was building right now, then I'd be able to figure out what I want. You know, hold on. If I were to give her... Yeah, she does need a better flower still. I feel like at this point she would need a specific type of ER sands if I were to actually do this. I guess it wouldn't hurt to try something. Imagine if I could have kept it. And that's ER sands, right? Yeah. I meant to do this. What would her ear look like? I know a Nifa is a Favonius user in the team, but I don't know if it's enough ER or not. That's the thing I have to test for myself. But depending on who we're fighting, it might not be enough ER. That's the thing that I'm contemplating about. Small things like that is something I'm contemplating about. That the piece I had on? No, it's the one that I know I was on. Man. I honestly am sorry about this. It's just like, I keep wanting to make this decision just because I want to do it on stream. Because next time I stream is going to be on Sunday, and then next time after that is going to probably be next following week on Friday, because I'm pretty sure that's when... That should be when Lancerite starts. So it's going to be like a big gap again between streams. So, yeah. I could craft a goblet for Anifa, but I don't know if I want to do that. But she's the only one right now that I craft a goblet for too. That's the thing that's also kind of funny. She's probably the only one I'm willing to craft a goblet for right now as well. Because I can't craft it for Columbina. Columbina has such a good off-piece goblet. I can't replace that. Most other characters, it's going to be harder for me to improve them through something like that. So I don't know if I could really pull that off. I know I could reroll the piece that I have on Vanessa on her goblet, but that's going to be tough. If only it didn't cost 4, it wouldn't feel as damning to me. Even though I know I'm about to get like 2 more, I still just think about stuff like this all the time. Think about the opportunity cost of what I could have had or what I have done. But if I do get an upgrade on this, it would actually be a really good upgrade for her. Assuming it also gives EM, that is. I could end up just getting Goblin and end up rolling bad too. But then if that happens, I could reroll it. It's like either I craft a save for Columbina or I craft a Goblin for a Niffa. You know what? I keep thinking about this set, but it just sucks I need something specific, so until I get pieces from this set, I don't want to craft anything. This one is to a similar extent, but if I'm thinking about Niffa, then it's probably just a Goblin. If I'm thinking about Columbina, I probably would want to craft the sands on this set, probably since I got a decent circlet today. Yeah, it would be a... Yeah, it would be a sands angle. That's where I would want to build through HP, not ER, even though I still want a lot of ER on her, but I have to just try my best with an HP sands. I can't make the decision yet. It feels just too wasteful. Every time I think about it, it just feels too wasteful. I can't even help it. Anyways, if you're curious about how the pulls are doing, we're fine. Still the same amount though. So we're at 86 pulls right now. Yeah. It's probably going to be more than 86. If I do pulls, I am going to just grab everything from here. Part of me wants to just do all my pulls without wasting this so I can just build this out again. But, yeah. I guess this is the decision I end up ultimately making again. This really sucks. Because a part of me wants to do it, but a part of me just keeps thinking, I can't make that same mistake twice. I don't want to make that mistake twice. I don't want to craft something and then it rolls like decently good and then I end up getting another one from the domain and it ends up being better. I guess I'm going to have to do it when I figure out what I want for the build. When I start getting better pieces, because I will eventually get better pieces. As for Durin, I feel like it's going to be harder to improve the build no matter what I do. No matter what I do, I'm probably going to struggle to be able to improve his build. Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I was thinking about doing a little bit of strongbox, which is what I'm going to do right now. Is that the Ace Priest circlet? I'll have to definitely fuck that piece. Oh my god, what am I looking at? We got Goblet that's locked, Sands and Sands that are locked. The problem is, I don't think I can improve Navia through an attack Sands. Heard say that's like really good. It would have to be 4 and start and 5 roll for it to actually be an upgrade. Unless it's double crit ER, I think that'd be the only way it can upgrade. Yikes. Shite. I can't use that. Yeah, I can't use that. What about the Goblet? What the? Why is it Hydro? Why is it Hydro? What do I do with that? Hold on, I'm gonna do this one more time because I'm willing to do this for one more full sesh, and then we'll move on. Sorry for wasting time though. I do gotta apologize for that because honestly, this was like not warranted at all. Like the only reason why I did this in this stream, like I said, I just really want to do this in this stream, but it makes me upset. Alright, one last time and I'll stop. Damn, nothing. Okay, well. Is there even a point to checking these? If they're not locked, they're probably not good. Okay. A locked circlet is a good sign. If I could get a crack crit damage circlet, that would be interesting. This is going to be interesting. If I could get 2 crit rate rolls and 2 ER rolls, this could be a decent upgrade. But emphasis on decent because I do like having high crit rate on there, but there's a specific type of piece I want. This could be a reroll target. But I don't have attack for set on it, so I'm a bit anxious. Wait, why do I still have that unlocked? Oh, that hurts. Well, it could be a reroll target though. So I guess there's that. The thing that sucks though, for it to be a reroll target, I gotta think about this piece as well. This is what I want my Navi to have. I'd be willing to lose the crit rate if I can get a circlet this good. Problem is, I don't know if I'll get that on set. Probably never gonna happen either. So, She's stuck on that. But even though I've had double crit G on this set, I still got rid of it because it's not better than what I have. What the heck do I do about this? This piece has a lot of potential. There's a lot of hydro characters I want this for. It's a lot, not a lot. It's like 3 hydro characters I want this for. 4 line start, double crit, ER. Didn't think I'd get on this set, but let's take a gamble, right? I will throw this piece into it. I don't want to waste a plus 12. Oh wait. Where was it at? This button? Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this piece. Holy moly, I could have used that. Whoops. But I can't use that here. I'll do that. Ooh. Ooh. I don't entirely hate that. I don't entirely hate that. I could reroll this though. I actually think this piece is worth rerolling. This piece definitely could be rerolled. I actually don't hate that. My problem is I'd rather have a little bit more crit than this. If I'm gonna do that. Do I want to reshape this though? This piece is very valuable in its own way for me though. If I think about all my other hydro goblets. Yeah, I pretty much spoiled with that piece up there in the corners. That has to be for a video. I cannot just show that. If I do, it's gonna actually upset me. This is my first double crit hydro goblet with ER on it, which is why I'm debating on keeping it like this. I'd rather have went into ER 3 times if I really wanted to keep it like this though. Because balancing the stats out, I could throw this on Galon. That's like the reason why I kind of want to reroll it. You know what? I am going to reroll it. If it just avoided that flat defense, I'd be fine with that. With 2 ER rolls. Or heck, 10 crit rate, 20 crit damage would have probably been better. Thinking about the piece that Yellen has on, she doesn't have any crit rate on the goblet she has on. 30 crit damage. It's still an upgrade. If I do the original, it's just 10 crit rate with that little bit of crit damage, which she could use more crit damage. In its own way, this piece to the right is more of an upgrade. The piece to the left is more stat efficient. For me to genuinely get a vibe for this, I don't know if I really want to I don't know if I want to keep it like that. Technically, it's saved by the fact that it went into ER once. That is what's saving it. I go from like 30 crit damage to 21, so I lose 7. Then she gets a little bit of crit rate and a little bit of ER, which means I have more room, wiggle room to switch a piece out. That's the part that makes me want to do the one to the right. I think I'm going to do it. Now I can put this on. Yes, he didn't need the crit rate. That is the thing that sucks. But with this, I could change another artifact. If I did the crit rate, instead I would have probably been able to slot crit damage circlet on her, but I don't have a good crit damage circlet from Noblesse, because I'm trying to keep her on Noblesse free. For a reason. I do have a reason for it. Her build is going to change the moment that I take this guy off of the set. Now that I take this guy off of this set, I'm going to end up making Yelan a bit better on Noblesse in its own way. I don't have a double crit feather on this set that has ER. That is shameful. I'm not gonna lie. Losing 15 for this, is that worth it? That was a piece I used to use on Yelan at one point. Losing 18B, damn, too. Oh my god. I don't know if I can do that. This piece is tempting. This piece is more tempting. Nah. If I just lower her crit and just not focus on HP, which is kind of funny because like HP is better for her, but I just I don't know what to do to improve her, man. To improve her, I need specific studs. If I wanted to improve her further, I could forego the circlet. Or, not forego the circlet, but if that attack was HP, it'd be easier to put that on her. But for example, something like that would have been nice to put on her. It was all inexpensive, this piece. If I didn't have Elegy, I probably wouldn't be focusing her build like this. I'd probably actually do a DPS build instead of like focusing ER as hard as I do. Just because certain teams I still struggle to get her burst and Stygian, and it really shows and it pisses me off. So it's just stuff like that that I think about. If only I had a piece I could put on. The most I could do with that piece that's on Durin. I don't have anything better with ER on it. I did not realize this was a problem. Maybe I should have kept that other flower after all. I would need to do stuff like this if I want to actually improve her some way. Improve the damage of her anyways, but it's not going to be much. Because she doesn't have HP, and that really hurts her. I still don't regret this goblet though. This is kind of funny though, because I don't think I needed a goblet like this yet, but saying I needed it yet has to do with that top one. I'm actually very happy I got that though. Didn't clip that yet. I'm pretty sure I didn't clip that yet, so do that. I think that's worthy of a clip in a way. Yeah, I don't know if I want to keep it like that. Just, I'll have to figure this out. It's gonna suck trying to figure this out, because, like, not perfect, but having ER on that. I'll have to figure her out eventually. Now that I have this next 2 for a guaranteed crit roll, it's making me want to craft that goblet for Nifano, because I decided to do that. I wouldn't say on a whim, it just happened all because I decided to Strombo's. I didn't think that would happen, honestly. Now it just feels like the stream has really pushed that agenda now. Could have crafted something for Dern, but I think a goblet for Nif is appropriate here, because I could comfortably get an upgrade. So we're gonna do that. I say that as I don't know if this will even work out that way, but please double crit EM. Please. Please double crit EM. I'm begging you, please double crit EM. As long as you're that, all is good. That is all I'm looking for. Oh, yes! Wait, isn't this perfect? It's 4-line start. Fight attack is not a... That was a perfect piece. Yo! Nifa, come here. It's time to get her queen piece. Even though it's not her. It's a robot, alright? This piece is guaranteed to go into crit twice. So, let's see how this rolls. That is terrible. Okay. That is terrible. Damn. I'm going to waste this so we can reshape. Now, a part of me doesn't want to reshape it because it got EM on it. It's still an upgrade for Nifa regardless of how this rolls. Like, it's still an upgrade for her regardless of how it rolls. And maybe the 2 EM rolls are actually good on her. But I still want better crit on her. It doesn't need to be like a lot of crit. But this is going to be a tough free roll. Because there's no telling how this piece is going to roll. It could roll all into crit and that'd be insane. It could roll some into crit, or it could roll the exact same way and that would be really bad if that happens. But it could give a good balance of crit, which is what I'm hoping for. I want a good balance of crit with EM. I don't want to see flat get touched. I don't want to see that flat start get touched. So, we're doing it. Let's see it. I lost EM, but that is worth the exchange. That right there is worth the exchange. Oh, that is so good. Oh, that is so good. Oh, that is so good. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. That's a perfect piece for Nifa. GG's. Now we need to change her build a little bit. And see where she stands. Alright. So, if I want to do an off piece, what would that piece be and why? Circlet seems to be the easiest one to get an upgrade for. And there's this. But there's also this. That one I really like. I really like that one. There will be a problem with this piece in the future, but future me will deal with that. Maybe not. I don't know. That depends. That depends on some factors. Originally, I would focus more into attack percent, but having EM on her is gonna make her feel a lot stronger. Otherwise, I'd say don't even care about anything else but crit rate for that. I kind of want to have the EM though. That piece is too... I cannot believe I actually got a perfect goblet, man. That's exactly what I wanted. That is... Well, this is her new build now. And we're going to have to work on it. Obviously, the crit could be better. But honestly, she's not going to miss a crit. She's going to be fine most of the time because the way the lunar reactions work. As a support, she's going to be good for a long time. But this build is going to definitely change over time. So, as time goes on, it will be fine. The pieces that I notice that I'm going to need an upgrade for is going to be the thing that's the most complicated. And it really depends on some factors. So we're just going to need to see in the future how that turns out. But man, she actually turned out pretty good if I say so myself. I'm going to clip that again. I cannot believe I got a goblet like that. I got to check back at that later, so I can't do that on show. I have to do that when I come back later. I got to do something a little bit. But who knows? Let's do a little test. Oh, not this one. Not this one. Not Shadow Bone Stage. Not this one. I already clicked it, but... Oh, wow. I put rest at the front. That's fine. I can't believe I got the goblet I wanted. That is awesome, man. A perfect goblet? My friend is gonna be pissed at me. My friend's gonna be pissed at me. I know he's about to be pissed at me too when I show him that. He's gonna be like, what? What the hell? What the hell? That is the perfect attack goblet that I could have gone for Nifa. It literally is the perfect. The only other stat I would have wanted to replace the flat stat for would be ER. Would that be better? It doesn't really matter. She gets her burst really fast. So that's why flat can be just as good. But let's go ahead. Trying to figure out what the numbers are isn't going to be what I want to do.
Absorption test.
I just want to see an if the thickest is going to just be the 60. And the 8 is from the Columbina.
Animal test 6308.
I think, has she ever really hit that number before though? 64k. I don't know. Another thing to take into account is that she's also getting EM from the set that Columbina's on. But now that I got a piece like that, it's going to be hard to improve her. I still wonder, would it be better to have attack? But she already has a lot of attack. And she's going to have more attack because I have this. So, yeah. Double crit, attack, EM is the only stats I care about on her. I don't care about ER as much. So if I do get better stats somewhere else, it might make it easier for me to craft this in the future. So all this did was pave way, bro. This straight up paved way. And maybe if things don't go the way I expect it to, maybe I'll find myself putting this piece on her just because maybe attack will feel a little bit stronger. I'll have to test that again. I just know that you want like somewhere around 200 plus. For me, it was like somewhere close to 300 EM when I was using the other set. I would have somewhere over 250. So it's still around the realm of my other build. I'll have to go check exactly what that build number was, but I think this is close to what my build was. Obviously, my build is a little bit better than this on the other set when it came to the crit rate. I don't know about the crit damage. I think the crit damage is higher in this build because of... I think it's because of this this goblet. I don't think I had like a great set on the other one. Okay, I used this on her. I used that on her. I used this insane attack sands on her. And then the goblet was that other goblet I had. If I go back to the other build with this same goblet on, I bet you her build is better. Like, for sure. It just is. And now that there's an Akasha leaderboard for Nifa, go figure, I'm not surprised. I guess it'll just have to depend on some factors. When I ran an EM goblet, having attack success felt better. So, attack goblet on a set that's giving EM, where the other set wasn't giving EM, is why I went for this. And I wonder if getting attack sets mixed with EM is going to be better rather than just EM. I guess I'll figure this out in the future, because honestly, replacing this won't feel as bad. Yeah, because she's still over 200. Yeah, this is gonna be some min-maxing here. We're gonna have to see. When I get better pieces, that is. I guess for now I'm gonna go smash this guy in the face now.
Night for all. Cleanup sequence in its absorption test.
Be silent. Close your eyes.
280 from Flynn. I think the highest I ever seen is going like
See you at the graveyard.
You got it.
Yeah, installation chamber. Converge. Absorption test.
Be silent. Observe.
We're gonna have to test that again without him dying, so I can just see the full rotation. I don't know if I'll do an Abyss clearance stream. I don't want to waste that much time. It's already bad enough I wasted this much time. Because, yeah, before the end of this hour I have to go. So, yeah. Okay.
Defensive mode.
Close your eyes. Observe. Night falls. Be silent. Fear the dark.
Oh.
Surge. Cleanup sequence in the animal test 6308.
Wow, we did that much damage is insane. I felt like I could have one-cycled him. My Columbina is not even full built though. When I decide to double counter, I probably could full cycle this guy. Let me try it one more time though. One more time when it hurt. Obviously, if Columbina was doing more damage, it makes sense. So.
Installation chamber. Absorption test.
Observe.
That 89,000 from Nifa? I can't tell.
Be silent.
92. Wait, the 72 is from a Nifa. Oh my god! Hold on!
Stand clear.
That's insane.
Close your eyes. Night falls. Observe.
Even if you're doing low damage, that's still a lot for low damage. That's kind of funny. Damn, she was doing 72,000? I need to see that again. Because the 92 was from Columbina just then. I gotta see that again. Hold up. Hold up. Those are numbers I've never seen a Nifa hit before, because that was like before we got this new set. And Serenade.
Defensive mode. Absorption test.
Definitely never had that kind of damage.
Do you fear the dark?
281,000 plus damage.
Close your eyes.
Flame. Cleanup sequence. Animal test 6308.
I still can't get quite the gauge on the damage, but because there's just so much stuff going on. Anyways, we did way more than I feel like we should have done today, but decisions were made and decisions have been tested. Moving on. Let's do this final piece of this at the end of the stream here, yeah? I'll call it being a half for today. I don't see her. Oh. Are they doing a painting thing again? It feels like painting again. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah. They're painting something again.
Here. This is for you. That's my share done, yes?
Bro is painted up.
Hey! It's a drawing canvas! Wait, that means... Ah, you're just in time.
I am? Oh, of course this is the same guy I'm gonna lose. Okay, makes sense. It checks out. Nice to see you, buddy.
Well, if it isn't Mallouse.
Mallouse, yeah, Mallouse.
Long time no
Come,
see.
Mallouse. Mallouse sounds like a painter's name. So, what are we just in time for?
I just took Mallouse to the moon for a bit.
You took him to the moon? You know what? We gotta check that out for sure. I wonder if we can go there at any time. I never actually tried to go back there. I don't know if you can.
I'm so jealous of how you just said that. Like you were visiting the garden next door or something.
I mean, she can just go there whenever she wants.
Still, what did you go there for? Looking for inspiration?
I can imagine painting something.
That's half right. We also selected a location for an exhibition. Do you recall? Paimon does! Malouse's Moon Goddess exhibition! Don't forget to invite us when the time comes, okay?
The Moon Goddess exhibition? Mallouse is always drawing Columbina though. So what else could he draw?
Yes,
I guess.
of course. In addition, Mallouse seems to be able to sense subtle changes around her. She's told me that I've changed a lot since returning from the moon.
Makes sense.
That's why she wanted me to take her there, to see if there was something special about it.
Well, there's definitely something special about it.
Now that's an artist for you, alright.
So this special thing...
I'm not sure either. I took Mallouse to many places, but none of them satisfied her.
Interesting.
That is, until I brought her close to your ship.
Really? Our ship? Well, that's certainly quite special.
But after bringing her closer, I found that she wasn't interested in the ship itself. Huh? What does that mean?
Was she just interested in my presence probably being there? Or don't tell me it's like the smell, bro. That'd be crazy. Bro trying to tell me something, it seems like.
Oh, she's flying around you, Columbina.
She's saying you're close or something, I don't know.
She did so back then as well.
Wait, what?
I suspect that her real interest lies with how I looked after seeing the spaceship.
How you look? Did you have your eyes open?
How you looked? Yes. I was reminded of when the Traveler and I went there together. We sat atop the ship, gazing at Tevat. He found the truth about the past, and I found my home. Just thinking about it gave me a sense of peace. Or perhaps, happiness. Yes, you are right. These are not things I would have felt before. So, I told Malas our story, including what happened after we reached the moon.
Yeah, at the very end of the Archon quest, no doubt.
She seemed most pleased after that, as if she had found the inspiration she so desired.
Ah, so now it's time for the great artist to work her magic, right? Ha! You didn't take Paimon up there back then, so she's pretty curious what Malos is gonna paint too.
And what are we going to use as paint this time?
This time is something special. Malos says she wants paints that belong only to us.
Interesting.
And what does that mean?
Yeah, that's kind of a weird one. What about the flowers around here? Is that what you want?
I believe she means things that will remind you about this journey, what you have gained from it, and the joy it has brought you.
Well, the joy that it brought me was just you coming home, but...
Don't worry. Malos just wants to see such objects and feel them. She wouldn't use anything so precious as paint.
What did you give her?
Soil from the moon, and the card you gave me for Moon Prayer Night.
The card? Are you talking about the card? The one where everyone painted something about you? I just like remember Varka's painting. Jesus Christ. That shit was painful to look at.
Oh, so basically, it's gotta be something that represents this adventure, right? Okay then, Traveler, you pick.
Wait, do I actually pick something and something happens? Give the Kuhenki objects that represent this part of the journey. Color that represents our journey. What? Hold on. If I'm not mistaken, that's this item. Really? So far we've kept every piece though. So are we actually foregoing like the quest items that I thought we would need for something later down the line? We're already using it? Alright. I mean, makes sense I suppose.
A good choice.
She seems pretty pleased too. Whoa, straight to the canvas she goes. You know, now that Paimon thinks about it, Malos' paintings pretty much cover your story from when you were born till now, Columbina.
That story isn't over yet.
Yep, and Paimon wants to see more of our great painter's work anyway. Oh, done already? Quick as ever, huh? Let Paimon see. Oh,
Oh!
so pretty.
Damn, Malos. Damn. I gotta say, I respect the grind.
Paimon had no idea Teyvat looked so beautiful from the moon.
Yeah, you should have been there, to be honest.
Now I can understand why Malos says that I have changed.
Well, you would think gazing at the moon would be unique, but gazing at the planet is a different feeling. It definitely is, given that the moon's so goddamn close to Teyvat. I feel like we have to mention that. Because I'm pretty sure the Earth to our moon is not as close. There's just no way. Like, the planet of Teyvat is huge.
Why's that?
When I see this painting, I remember that as I sat on the moon, watching Teyvat, I thought about how I'd always been looking for a home of my own.
Yeah, you said that.
But now, I suddenly have two homes, both of them places of such beauty. It was then that I realized that perhaps home is wherever the things and people you cherish are.
Ah, yes. A beautiful thought. A lovely one.
Thank you. I think that after this, I'd like to take the Kuhenki to the moon more often.
Well, that's nice of you to say that, but can we go there before the end of this whole SELENIC Chronicles thing? That's just something I kind of want to see. Not the domain expansion you did. That was cool in the first one, but like...
You're welcome to come visit my other home as well.
You say that, but we need to make that a thing we do now, bro. I think we'll probably be able to do that when we finish the rest of the SELENIC Chronicles. Alright, that's part 3. 3 weeks of this. Now we just got the second half of the patch starting next week. And we'll probably be able to finish this and get the wings. But...
Oh? You'd like to be a guide for other Kuhenki? Of course. I think this will be a most lively journey.
I wish I could understand what they say, but, you know, it's fine. We got our Kuhenki friend over here that's always like, yeah, I'd be recording this, bro. I got you. You need to see what's going on here? I got you. Check it out. And we got the third part. Through the young painter's quiet strokes, a Columbina filled with a rather unfamiliar feeling. Happiness comes into being. That text wasn't mentioned in the quest we just did, so interesting. Now I am home. You know, I don't mind doing this every week. It's better than an actual straight up story quest, but I keep asking myself, what would have this been if not a Columbina story quest? When I think about it like that, it kind of irks me. Because if I didn't do these in streams where I was doing something else, I would have titled them that. But then, how do I want to go about it? Like, yeah, this stream is part 8, right? But there have been streams in between part 2 and the first part where I've done them in other streams. Either story quests, or Arkham quest, or something else in between. A lot of them I did not do all together on stream, especially through part 2 I didn't. So I didn't make them their own streams. But I keep thinking, if this wasn't so time gated, I could have actually just did all of these together. But how would this have been considered? I don't know if I could call it a story quest, but I feel like this is Columbina's story quest now, at this point. Because she doesn't even have one. She doesn't actually have a story quest, and it probably is because of the SELENIC Chronicles. Alright. Only 3 more weeks to go. I didn't think I'd get to at least get all of this on console. The sad reality is what comes after. I may try another stress test on PC to definitively get as close to the graphics of PS4 as possible to see how it runs. If I can even get it to do that much. But, yeah. I didn't think I'd cave in and decide to strongbox. That was not exactly something I wanted to do. I didn't feel like strongboxing today, but I decided to do a little bit. I wanted to do something. I wanted to have some kind of excuse to use the sanctifying elixirs or use the dust of enlightenment, but I found a way to use the dust of enlightenment instead. Or, yeah, dust of enlightenment. So I'm actually quite happy with the result. More than I thought it would be. Frankly, I feel like I got too lucky for a Nifa. I feel kind of bad about it even. It feels weird to say that. Like, the piece that I straight up got was like a god piece. It was like akin to getting like a 50 CBR for what I just rerolled. At least for me. That like, come on. I find stat efficiency much better than just crit value. I wish I could have gone crit rate, crit damage, more balanced in terms of 2 crit rolls and a crit damage roll, but that's usually just me harping on crit rate. I don't really need it that badly. I feel like I can get it from other pieces. Anyways, I didn't think this music would keep playing. So, this is Columbina singing this song. Which, this was the song that played when we were on the moon at the end of the Archon quest. Man, most of February is gonna be me gathering a bunch of music for like a week and some days, something like that. And then I'm gonna be focusing on slowly doing all the Genshin clips. I have maybe 10 different clips I need to edit. It's somewhere around 5, 6, 7, or 8, 10. It's something like that. I don't remember how much it was. I know it's more than 6 with what I currently have. Gotten a lot of good artifacts during our time in Nacra, and I have to say they stand out a bit more than what I've gotten in Natlan. Actually, I've gotten a lot of good pizza from Natlan, especially that skirt circle I still have that's on Farina, which is it still on her? I need to make sure. I don't know if I put it back on her or not. Okay, it is back on her. But yeah, this ineffable gonna need to be calculated in Akasha. The thing that sucks is that I'm not satisfied with it because I always want to reach 70 crit rate on the benchmark, you know. And that piece is gonna be hard to replace. Like genuinely, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to upgrade that. This one could be upgradable for sure. But that's already 14 crit rate. If I want to get crit rate in the build, it's gonna have to be the Sans. So, you know what I'm about to say, right? Imagine Theater is on Sunday, because that's basically when February begins. When February begins, February 1st, Imagine Theater. We got reset for Imagine Theater. Get the 2 sanctifying elixirs. Then I can craft the Sans for Nifa. If I get a really good Sans for Nifa, I might stop focusing her when I look at artifacts so that I can, I guess, focus Columbina for the second set. But honestly, I already have a good first set, and it's crazy that I still don't have anything for Durin. It's crazy to think about. Cannot believe I got a perfect goblet for Nifa. I cannot believe it. I'm still reeling from that. Beautiful music from Columbina. I'd like to sit there and just listen to it, but I got to go, bro. So, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you cared about my rambling and so much time wasting I did, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope I don't do that again. We're definitely going to need to test the Nifa further, but I'd rather wait till I get better pieces. Stygian onslaught outbreak period looks like it's going to end on Friday. I forgot it ends on a Friday, so I'll get one more chance in here, and if anything happens, you'll find out on Sunday. But not just going back to the domain. I don't know if I want to go to the other team with Navia. I'd like playing that Lunar Crystallized team, but like I said in the beginning of the stream and before as well, because I've yapped it twice, I've been contemplating Zabai lately, because my brain tells me it'd be pretty nice to get a Geo character. That's good, because they rarely give out Geo characters. But then I also have to remind myself, Geo's in an interesting position. They're never mandatory for anything, and if they try to show something for Geo, it's kind of hard to do that. So, Zabai being Lunar focus means that she's shield for Lunar, not because she's Geo. So Geo's just a choice. And at the end of the day, I could choose to pick up on that choice or not. There'll be times where Geo's show makes her feel better, but Navia can already deal with that. So Geo's show is not the problem. Either way, Navia's not the strongest character. She wasn't even on her release, but she was damn fun. I'll give her that. And she got a ways to go. I do think she can still get stronger, something that people don't talk about with some characters. With the way her kiss design, and now we have Lunar Crystals, I genuinely do think she could still get stronger in the future. So that's all there is to it. Why is the attack so high? I guess because the attack bonus from Sucrose is still going off of this piece. Is it EM to attack conversion? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's EM to attack conversion. If this was R5, Nifa's attack would be higher. But man, her build is so fucking good, bro. Oh, it's already looking this good. Brother. I cannot wait to get that Sans upgrade. Heck, I could wait till next patch. Do Stygian Onslaught again. Get those 2 feathers. And we're rerolling. But I gotta remind you. It looks to me we're already 2 away from a 4 guaranteed reshape. I didn't realize I'd be that close. That means we're gonna be next patch. If I can still do Fearless, I'm only gonna get 3. So I'll be off by 1. Damn. Unless I get 1 more in the mail, but that's not happening. The most I'm gonna get is 1 more Sanctifying Elixir, which is going to happen because I just remembered that from this. Oh, it's on the 30th, not the 31st. I thought it was the 31st that we get it. So on Saturday, this is going to start appearing. Not Saturday, Friday. It's going to start appearing in the mail. So I might intentionally wait to pick it up until like the Imagine the Theater stream. Okay. Second count's going to like this. I don't care about the crown. I don't have a lot of characters I like crowning, so this is starting to build up. I hope that they make crowns useful for something else. Come on. Give us a currency exchange for a crown for something specific, or even for a reroll. I don't know. A crown of insight for 2 dust of enlightenment would be cool. Maybe that's asking for a lot. I don't know. I want more use out of the crowns because like they give a lot of crowns out in the game, but we don't have like crowns for every character that we want to build. It's like assuming we build every character, that'd be the only way most crowns will ever get used. Especially if you build every character, like I said. But you know. So we're actually gonna get 3 soon. So that's gonna be like another goblet. The most I want to do is craft the sands, which I don't want to craft the sands for Nifa. I think she's basically pretty much done. The only thing I can really do is improve the sands and obviously the feather, but the feather can be a bit hard to replace. The fire is not impossible to replace, but it's hard to say. Anyways, 5 days until this ends. I like how it mentioned this here, which is important. But because my build changed, I feel like I should... You know what? Hold on. Let's go do this real quick. Hold on. Let's do this real quick. I do need to try this again. I do actually need to try this again. Because I got a new build on a Nifa, I should go beat that dog real quick. Hold up. Go beat that dog real quick. Oh, wrong thing. Not that. Go beat that dog real quick. It's funny how I decided to end this, preparing to end the stream, and then I'm doing this all of a sudden. Just trying to do everything I want to do, because I would have probably did this off stream otherwise, or maybe not, because it's not too far away of how many days I'd have to go before doing this.
Installation chamber.
Absorption test.
Be silent.
What the fuck?
To dust.
Oh my god!
A moonlit night for all.
Annihilation mode.
Stand clear.
Close your eyes. Observe. To dust. Close your eyes.
Absorption test. New moons converge. Surge.
Be silent. To dust.
300,000? I don't think I was able to hit 300,000 before.
Do you fear the dark?
Animal test 60. A moonlit night for all. Wayne. Stand clear.
Close your
the
eyes.
switch.
Night falls. Be silent. Close your eyes. Fear the dark.
Animal test 60. Converge. Surge.
Be silent. Night falls.
Yes! We beat him before he did the mechanic again! That is an insane change! That's an insane change from a build change on the Nifa. I gotta say. 107 to 87. That's a 20-second difference. Whew. I'll take that. I thought about playing this with Fischl because I know I can do it with Fischl. Like, my friends are pretty strong. But yeah. Whew. Anyways, now I can get off. Alright. Alright. Damn. And if, honestly, Columbina 2, I did raise her to talent level 8 on her skill. So that played a role. But Anifa, she did pretty good. Obviously it's show content, so it's not like something I should be super excited about. I'm just excited because it's I pulled Nifa on purpose when she released. I didn't pull her on a rerun. I didn't pull her on this rerun, but I pulled her on release. Because I knew she was going to be a good character. Some people didn't believe that she was a good character, or they just didn't care about how the Electro developed. Or in this case, because she's a robot, which that's crazy, but maybe because I don't discriminate who I try to pull for. Men, women, doesn't matter. If I like them, that's all that matters. I don't end up waiting for a specific male, but I do understand those that really want a specific male to be powerful, which is why Flinch is decently powerful. People that say he isn't don't know what they're talking about. Yes, even theory crouchers, because they're honestly being too negative. And this isn't coping. It's coping when you say he's like OP or something. I don't think Flinch is OP, but I do think Flinch is a actual good male character, like a good male DPS character. Just because he does not the highest damage in his teams does not mean anything when the whole team is doing damage. This is the same argument without Hatham. It's the same problem all over again. It's the same crap that people are spewing. It's just the type of team. If the whole team wasn't doing damage, you wouldn't be saying that. But then, obviously, in other teams, some characters just do more damage in those teams because those teams, that character did the majority of the damage because the different types of teams. This is more sustained, whereas other teams would have more damage if it was a hyper carry. So, yeah. Anyways, that's probably exciting. So, there's a temple we're going to get in the mail. There's 5 pulls we're going to get from reset, monthly reset. So, 5 standard pulls. So, we're going to have 91 pulls just before the Zip-Eye banner comes out. But that's before I add the other temple that we're going to get from the login. Well, for the mailing login thing. That's another temple. So it's 101 pulls instead of 91. Then I also have to add the 1,000, which might end up being close to another temple. The other 1,000 primos that we're going to get from Asian Theater. But I might as well just calculate that when I get there, because I don't feel like doing that much calculation right now. But all I know is that we're going to have a comfortable amount of pulls throughout second half with the events and all that. If I decide to not pull on a banner, it just is what it is. But my pity is 0, and we're on a capturing radiance, which is a guarantee for a character. So I don't know. I'm really thinking about being more careful about who I pull for, because I could pull for Zibai, and I can guarantee her. If I get her super early, that's even better. But it'd be really cool if I pulled for a character I wanted later on and focus on the character I really want, like pulling for a weapon for some characters. I just keep thinking about it because I keep hearing about a rerun that's coming out next patch, and I might want that character's weapon. Especially since Anifa's rerunning. I can at least say this. Flynn's is definitely going to rerun soon. Because Anifa just reran. I wouldn't be surprised if Llama's going to rerun soon as well. I don't know if I want Flynn's weapon though. Because if I get Flynn's weapon, that means his build changes. And fixing his build is not going to be easy. Because getting a piece like this on a crit damage circle is not going to be as good. So it's going to be interesting because the circle I have for him is good, but it's not going to be as impactful as this piece was for his build. But I guess his signature weapon is still really good, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Because his build would also give him ER, which I would like to have because I kind of want that. My problem is that Flynn's signature weapon is a crit rate weapon. And while I can improve his build in some shape or form through a crit rate weapon, I doubt it's going to be a comfortable upgrade for him. I wish I could get one that's close to where that weapon at, but I haven't built that one out, so I can't check the crit rate. So eventually I want to actually build that up though. But I guess I could just look at it. If I check the actual crit rate, I forgot the actual crit rate, then I can find out how much it is. Funnily enough, this weapon is pretty strong on him though. But this is such an overkill crit rate, it feels really sad to have it on him. Because his build gonna have to completely change to put this on. So that's gonna be tough when I cross that road. So, depending on a few factors, I'll definitely pull that off. But I think we're good for today, yeah? I'm gonna need to check Akasha for the Anifa build. And I need to go flex to my friends in Discord, because I know they're gonna be mad at me. I cannot believe the start of the show is getting more stronger. I mean, I do want to make Columbina stronger. Don't get me wrong. But I do absolutely want to make Anifa stronger. I love that character so much, so. She's not like my favorite character or anything, but I appreciate the fact that they gave us a character like Anifa for the Electro, because it's making me like Electro more again, and that's all that matters to me. And all that matters to me. So, where do I have Anifa at? I might just bump her up a bit just because of that. I think this is good enough. I keep Kai there because I just really like having him there. I think this is fair. Now, I might take out Hatham from the very top one day. He was just one of my favorite DPSs that released, and I still find him fun to play to this day, but Navi's starting to feel more fun than him right now, so I don't know what to say about that. And Vressa is more fun than Al-Hatham for me, just barely. It's just enough. If Hatham just did the damage with the playstyle he still currently plays in, I'd probably still enjoy him more. But I need to try Llama with him, so maybe that's something we'll have to see in the future, maybe. D-Luke, my bro, my homie, my OG DPS, the one that carried me early game. Your reign's gonna change the moment Genshin leaves PS4. that's when I'll probably take him out of there. So, I think that's everything I want to say. I really overstayed my welcome, so I am sorry for that. If you were not expecting that, I don't know. But, again, Sunday, Imaginary Theater for Genshin. Friday, Saturday for Blue Arca, because I'm switching between those games right now. Next week, Friday is very likely going to be it's very likely it's going to be Lance next week on Friday. So that's a heads up. The problem with that is that Friday next week is going to overlap with a Blue Archive stream that I cannot avoid doing, because I'm not willing to wait on that. I don't want to wait till Saturday on that. I want to get that going. So that's going to be an interesting day, because this might be the first time I skip a day for something like this. Or no, I can't skip it. I cannot skip what I want to do for Blue Arca. I'm more excited for this story than Lance right now. So I can't do anything about it. So it's very likely that I'm going to end up doing Lance next week on Saturday instead, which is also hard for me to do because of Blue Arca, but I think I can make it work. I think I can make that work. That depends on what happens on Saturday this weekend, actually. That will dictate next week, though. So that's a heads up on that. Outside of that, I don't think there's anything else. I feel like next week I might do a stream on my second account before the Lance stream happens. That is likely that can happen. I just want to say that now. I plan to do that soon. Second half starts, I believe, next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. Pretty sure. If I check this. Yeah, it's gonna probably be, I wanna say on Tuesday. And if I do that soon on my second account, I might try to get it by Thursday. If I don't, then it's not gonna be till the next week after. Just because there's some things I can build up on Primos in preparation if I lose the 50-50 and have to do a little bit of extra pulls. But that's a tale for another time. So I think that's it for now. So thank you guys for watching this video. My name is Crytek and Bomb, and I'll catch you guys next time.